Why live Saturday? Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful.
We heard you.
Mm-hmm. We're not gonna let nobody stop our shine today, tonight, whatever. Um, let's see here. Check my platforms, everybody. Y'all know how this thing go.
You got on YouTube.
Y'all talk amongst yourselves for a hot second.
You got
Uh,
on YouTube.
I heard you. YouTube
And I just got a notification.
16.
Make sure your phone good.
16.
16 what? Child, way more than that.
I know it. I know it. I know it. Let's see.
Okay.
Trying to find Facebook, y'all. Usually we don't popped up by now. Okay, hold on.
Did you do Facebook? Because I don't have a notification for it.
Yeah, it's up there.
Okay.
What's up, Rachel?
Hey, Rachel. Happy last Saturday.
I thought about to say happy belated birthday. I was about to say, God damn, we missing nothing. We just tripping. Hold on, y'all. How you doing, Rachel? How was your week this week?
Oh, you saw your thing on sale? I mean, it ain't on sale for much. It's $11 off.
Is that, but see, all right, so first, is that the one with the light on it?
Yeah.
We're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into it. And yes, just perfect start this thing off.
Okay.
All right, I'm trying to see me on Facebook right quick, y'all. Give me one quick second. Cause y'all know I'm on my grind, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'll listen to some music.
Yeah, you live.
All right, cool. So we good on the Facebooks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. All right. So yes, how's your week, Rachel? Everything kosher? Your week went smooth this week. P, how's your week this week?
Unproductive, tiring as shit. The time change really fucked me up.
We're gonna get to that too.
But okay, but I mean, you asked me though, so I'm
Sure
telling
enough.
you how my week was.
Sure enough.
But yeah, that's how it was.
Okay. Rachel said it's been a week. She said my knee is out, and my baby girl is just now recovering from a cold and an ear infection. Damn.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry to hear about that cold ear infection and about your knee as well. Do you have a brace on your knee? Like one of them ones got copper or some shit in it? Yeah. Ma'am, can you let me
you know
do me?
Whatever. Do you then?
Anyhow. Like I said, one of them copper fits or some shit. Some people like those. People say they work.
I don't like this camera.
Okay. Nope. But I need to get one. It's hectic. Yeah, like I said, me and P says all the time. This is a philosophy that we haven't coined it, but we damn sure live by it. Life be lifing, and that's a true statement, man. You be good one day, 2 hours from that moment, the shit goes straight to hell. So it is what it is. Good thing is one thing P have instilled into me, and I do thoroughly go by this nowadays. Just be blessed that you were able to deal with it in a comfortable manner. You know what I'm saying? Your knee might went out. It just means you gotta do what you gotta do on the bed. Just lay on the bed, not use knee. You get what I'm saying? And your baby girl getting better. So that's a blessing. That's a blessing.
How's your week, young man?
My week been cool, man. I think for me, just trying to figure out my mental state at times. But aside from that, it's been cool. And so we'll go ahead and get into it. We'll go ahead and get into it. So first of all, in case y'all don't know it, time went forward. Time went forward an hour. So change the clocks.
That was a week ago.
Hey, am I the only person when somebody tell you about time going forward, and they be like, "Oh, don't forget to change the stuff," and you be like, "Shut the fuck up, talking to me," because everything I got, it does it by itself. Like, only thing I need to know is that it's gonna happen. Like true enough, you might forget about it happening, but you generally ain't gotta change too much, except for like I said, like your microwave clock or your stove clock, something like that. And hell, these days, them devices, those newer devices, probably change themselves. So and if you like P, she don't give a damn what her clock say on her stove. Oh, microwave, them shits be wrong all the fucking time. And apparently, Sean too, his shit stay wrong. So
our power go out a lot. I don't know why it is, but it does. I'm just not gonna keep changing them.
It damn sure do.
That shit's annoying.
It's so funny. It didn't used to. Am I lying?
I guess maybe it didn't.
We've been here about 10 years, right?
Uh-huh.
So think about it. Early on in our 10-year being here, early on, we used to get stormed and shit. We used to be like, oh, we so happy that our power don't do that. Then later on, it go, and then she just be like, you're like, God damn. See, Rachel said her stove stay wrong.
Yeah.
She said she don't know when the last time I changed my clock. Yeah, I don't even think Pete know how to change them.
That's a lie. I do know how to change it.
but yeah, like she said, I'll probably do go out. When they go out, nobody can go through all that shit again. It's just like the vehicle. When we have issues with the battery, I'm not for keep changing the goddamn clock on that damn radio. I got everything else that can tell me the time. Fuck that damn radio clock. All right, so since time went forward, how have people been? How have you been adapting to it?
I'm not.
Have been fucking with you real hard?
Yes.
They're throwing your shit off, ain't it?
Yeah.
So what part throw you off? The time being up, or the change of like scenery day wise?
No, I ain't got nothing to do with the day. It's just the time going up. You look up and it's 9 o'clock, and it's like, where the fuck did the day go?
Yeah.
But then you ain't waking up till 2 o'clock, and so that kind of plays a part in it too.
Yeah.
So I think it's a combination of me not sleeping well, and then when I do get to sleep, I sleep. Once I get into a good sleep, if it happens, it's just a lot of different nuances, and it's been tearing me apart. But I said, no more, Satan. Get thee behind.
And look, we got Satan. We got Satan on here.
That's a simple jack.
That's Satan.
Light later is better. Okay. But yeah, so I'm committed tomorrow to kind of do a Sunday reset to get myself together so next week can be more productive. Because this week I ain't did shit. I think we had one order come in. I did do that, and you dropped it off at the post office, but that's legitimately it. No work.
Yeah. So you say the time, like time wise, fucking with you. Mm-hmm. The actual day changing fucks with me because I look up. So I guess my mind tells me, okay, when I see light outside, then it must be this time. You get what I'm saying? Like, I see light. Okay, that means it's just not going to be 6 o'clock. It's going to sit a little bit after 6 o'clock. Now you still outside. Nigga, it's 8 o'clock. You better go ahead and get your ass and get what you got to do. And vice versa at night. When the sun don't go down to damn near 9 o'clock, you keep seeing the sun outside. You think, oh, okay, I got more time. I can do it. I can wait. And then you look up, and it's dark, and it's damn near 10 o'clock, and you saying, fuck, it's about time to go to bed. But I ain't sleep because I don't, so it's just a whole mind fuck. Let me ask y'all a question, though. All y'all are very intelligent. Do anybody know why we have daylight saving time?
It's something to do with farming back in the day or whatever, and then it just kind of stuck.
Yeah, it's got something to do with farming. I can't remember the specifics of it, but it's definitely something to do with farming. I want to say it's something about harvesting the crops, being able to harvest it.
Yeah, it was basically giving them more daylight hours
to harvest crops. Yeah. And seeing how we do things nowadays, I don't understand why we still have it. Like, people have been, advocating for this for a while to get rid of daylight savings time, and I'm here for it. Fuck losing that damn hour. Give my hour back, going back to business. And speaking of daylight savings, have y'all heard that they're proposing? Oh, see, Indiana doesn't practice it. Well, I wish I could live in Indiana.
I think it's 2 or 3 states that don't do it.
But how? Well, I guess. I mean, that's a hell of a way to travel. Because you traveling places, you just gotta make sure you adjust your time accordingly. how damn, just talking about train thought. Talking about oh, so with that, I say was saying y'all heard about some, I don't know who, I don't know, is it some senators or some governors or whomever? I won't say somewhere on the West Coast that advocating and they're pushing some bills for trying to get it to where you have a, what is it, 4-day work week?
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, they're trying to push we get a 4-day work week. I also heard California pushing the bill to ban Skittles. Yeah, you heard about this?
No.
Yeah, it's Skittles. It's, I want to look it up just to make sure I'm correct on what it was, but it's, let me see, it's California. Like I said, they're banning certain candies because they're saying it's toxic. Here we go. All right, so here we go. There we go. All right, so California law could ban sale of candies like Skittles and Pez. California been busy. I just say that. But yeah, so they're trying to ban. All right, so here we go. So they're trying to ban it because, let me see, a ban on, okay, the additives that's used in several candies. So they're saying the additives and the candies are bad for us. They say they're linked to cancer, organ damage, and can be harmful to DNA. And candies, just, and I'm pretty sure it's more candies than just this, but we're talking about Skittles, Sour Patch Kids, Pez, and jelly beans, which truthfully, they're probably not lying. That 10 times out of 10, what they're saying is very accurate.
What's there for life stuff here that we hear that's banned in other countries?
Well, that's what I was going to get into. It's a lot of food items that we eat here that have simple stuff like certain dyes. Like United States is one of the few countries that uses fructose corn syrup, and a lot of countries don't allow that. Like I know European countries don't allow it whatsoever. There's a reason why if y'all go into a store and y'all ever saw the glass bottles of Coca-Cola or glass bottles or just any kind of beverage, pop or whatever, or soda, whatever, that's because they're using sugar, cane sugar, most likely, to sweeten that beverage. In those particular places, where over here fructose corn syrup for every fucking thing, and you know, of course, they've been saying that fructose corn syrup have been linked to cancers and all that kind of stuff in the people. So I ain't mad, California. So if that goes through, you could potentially probably see that probably be a big thing. And all thing's going to happen, those companies going to try to change the formula of what they're doing. I know a couple of years ago, New York City banned the sale of pop. Did you know about that? Yeah, they banned the sale of pop in restaurants. They call it sugar tax. They was putting a real healthy tax on sugar products, or products having a lot of sugar in it, or whatever. And of course, soda probably like number one candidate for that type of stuff. So, some places trying to help people out, because I don't know about y'all, but they tell you all the time, when you go into these markets and to these corner stores, whatever the case may be, and you're trying to eat healthy, just a lot of things you got to contend with. First of all, your budget, because your budget will tell you everything that you cannot do inside that market. And generally, the things that's not good for you tend to be the cheaper things option wise. And and that's the whole issue in itself. So I guess they're trying to combat that a little bit, which is commendable. I got a lot of damn comments.
Yeah, it's just Simple Jack responding to your stuff. And I thought this was Amari, and then he said using words like Trace Mounts.
Yeah, no, that's not Amari. You said you would never be rich working 4 days a week. You will never be rich working 5-6 days a week, depending on what you're doing. Like it's not about the days a week. It's about what you're doing. So it's one of those situations where, in my mind, and tell me if anybody else agree with me or not, it's not about the quantity of work; it's about the quality of work. So if you doing something that's not paying you, decently, you can work every fucking day of the week and still not be rich. When you do something that pays you healthily, and depending on what it is, you can you can be rich from that.
Well, I think it's a nuanced question because I'm probably taking it deeper than it needs to be. But first, you have to determine what rich is, because being a high wage earner doesn't necessarily equate to being rich. But there are a lot of people who believe that as long as you're trading time for money, which is working basically any job, that you're never going to be rich because we have a finite amount of time, which means you can only make a finite amount of money. But
what's up, D?
Hey, good evening.
We're talking about rich people.
Are y'all talking about me again? So y'all talk shit. Y'all talk about me behind my back. Okay, that's cool. What was y'all saying about me?
Nah, we were talking about. We had a conversation with Simple Jack. He was basically saying that they were talking about proposing legislation that's going to make it to where it's on the West Coast, where they're going to make it to where you have a 4-day work week opposed to having like a 5-6 day work week we currently are in now. And he was saying
a 4-day work week.
Huh?
I work a 4-day work week.
There you go. You damn sure right. I forgot Dwayne do work 4-day work week, but they're trying to pass it where that's normal. You know what I mean? Opposed to doing the 5-day work week. And he was saying that you'll never become rich working 4 days a week. And I was telling him, in my opinion, that I believe that it's not about
you never be rich working anyway. You never be rich working anyway.
Well, I just told him that it don't matter how long you're working. Like you can work every fucking day and still not get shit depending on what you're doing. It's more about the quality versus the quantity of what you're doing work wise. That's gonna help you achieve what's rich. But Pietro had a great question though. What is rich? Rich is very unique to everybody. Because your rich and my rich are two different riches.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy rich and my rich is way two different riches. I guarantee you that.
Right.
So
right.
He said time rules us all equally. How much can you get an hour? What is an hour of your time worth?
Well, shit. Well, cash rules everything around me.
Bring get the money.
Yeah, so I mean,
that's
very true. I don't know what he's talking about, but cash rules everything around me. So
that's a good question though. How much is an hour worth of your time? An hour of your time. How much is that worth to you?
It's different for everybody. I guess is whatever you can get for it.
I'm saying,
what you're willing to allow.
If you can get what your asking price, I'm pretty sure anybody just jack it up and say, "Oh, just give me $1 trillion, $1 billion, something like that."
Give me $500 an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's whatever you only as good as what you can negotiate.
That's very true. That's very true. Because you ain't got to be good at it. But if you negotiate the price point, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Right. So when you come to the negotiating table, is whatever you can negotiate. I mean, and if you go into a opportunity and they're saying, okay, we're paying you $20 an hour or $25 an hour, if that's what you if that's what you value it as, or if you see that as good, then that's how much your time is worth, I guess.
He's saying 500 for what? 500 for what? He said, what is he getting for $500?
No, I was using that as an example.
Hypothetical question.
Well, I wasn't saying that you're going to get $500. I'm just saying, like, if that's what you asked for.
Basically, he's saying that if you negotiate $500 for an hour or whatever work you need, that's what you're gonna get.
Right.
That's what your negotiations are, and the person agrees to it, and it's whatever you need for that 1 hour. Now, the person who doing the work got to also agree to the work. So it's not like you just out here saying, "Oh, let me, do something crazy to you for an hour. Let me hunt you through the woods and some shit. And if I don't catch you, I give 500." You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure nobody would agree to that. I don't know. Some people might. Home Games was a whole TV series out here that was bumping. So, but yeah. Like I said, I agree with you. It's what you negotiate and for what you, and I ain't gonna say for what you're doing, because you could be doing something very simple and still negotiating, a decent amount. But what I'm gonna ask you, how's your week been, brother?
I'm alive, so I can't complain.
Blessed and highly favored.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But just get back to the question. You'll never be rich working an hourly wage.
You don't think so? Or hourly wage?
No.
Like I said, it's the difference between being a high wage earner and being rich. You can get a job that pays you very well and you'll be a high wage earner, but it's the difference between that and being rich.
What's the difference?
Being a high wage earner, like I said, you are still trading time for money.
Also, basically, you saying when you stop trading time for money and you making money when you sleep type stuff.
But there's still a dollar amount threshold too. But
yes.
When your time is making you money.
Yes.
Instead of you making money, your time is making the money.
I heard somebody explain this one way, and they said that when you don't have to work for your money, and it initially when I heard it, it didn't make sense to me. But then I thought about what he was saying. It's a concept of basically you make money in your sleep when you don't physically have to do anything to this to earn money from whatever it is you're doing. You're earning money when you don't even have to touch it. You get what I'm saying? So yes, so something like that, yeah.
Well, it's still a level to that, because you can be getting disability and not work.
True. That's true.
But you ain't gonna be rich. Yeah, you'll be, I guess, taken care of depending on the extent of your disabilities. But so, but yeah, it's got to be a level to that. It can't just be, just because you're not working for money, it makes you rich. No.
Like I said, and also like I said, rich is different than everybody. Some people rich is getting you a double wide and not having to go out and actually physically work no well. Like you saying, even having that disability check. If you get your disability and that disability check enough to cover your stuff, and you got money left over and you ain't got to really do nothing for it, in your mind, that might be rich to you. You might be straight.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the difference between straight and rich.
Not. I think it all depends on the person.
Maybe.
Depending on where you come from, your level of rich is, like I said, can be very different from somebody else coming from a higher earning most of the time. But we were talking about we were talking about California and shit. Yeah, it was someone said something about California, what they were doing.
$80 an hour. You must be like an engineer or something like that.
Oh yeah, banning the candy and shit. Like I said, California been busy. Yeah. I know y'all heard about not Tampa Bay shit, the Bay, Oakland. No, not Oakland, San Francisco. Trying to give black people $5 million.
Reparations.
Yeah, for reparations, trying to give every not every. I think the wording was all qualifying black people $5 million apiece. And the NAACP chapter out there said that they don't want that. They said they reject that. Said that they don't want no money. They want jobs.
Was it actually $5 million apiece, or was it a $5 million pot that would be split between these eligible individuals.
Well, everything I read said $5 million per person.
And where was this
Where are
money?
they gonna get this money coming from?
That's what I was about to say. Where is the money coming from?
So
They're gonna take it out. They're gonna get it right back. It's gonna basically be like a stimulus check. They're gonna take it back somehow because everything out there is already astronomically high. All they're gonna do is just make everything astronomically higher.
I mean, not necessarily. So I don't, like I said, I haven't read the full proposal for because I don't live in San Francisco, but so I don't know how the full proposal lays itself out. I don't know if it's a situation where you get the money all at one time, or if you get it in installments or whatever the case may be. Because if you get it all at one time, they're gonna hit you with taxes. You best believe that. So if you get it one time, get hit with taxes, I'll tell you whatever I got left over, and I will get the fuck out of San Francisco because that's a terrible use of that money. That's first and foremost. Because you're gonna eat that, like you said, San Francisco alone and eat that money up with no problem. And you'll be back how you looking.
Well, just the cost of living and everything out there, a gallon of gas is like $30 fucking.
That's what I'm saying to you.
All they're gonna do is just jack up prices even higher. They're gonna get that money from somebody. It ain't just, even though they got it, they're gonna get that money from somebody. They ain't gonna just give it to you. They're gonna get that money somehow. And they probably ain't gonna they probably won't even tell the criteria because they were like, they want people moving out there right quick. just to get the money and then move away.
Yeah. I got an apartment. Give my money.
Yeah. We talking about? I'm from San Francisco.
Now I do know one of the criteria was about time of birth or some shit like that. So I think like children weren't eligible for it. Like you had to be like 18 or older or something like, you know what I mean? So that's one thing I do remember seeing. One of the criteria being. Eric said they can't give $5 million per person. I don't know what they can and cannot give. I watch them give Ukraine money every fucking other day. So
that's true.
I'm talking about fists and fists. Hell, they.
Okay, so I'll read this. This is from NPR. It says, in the unanimous vote on Tuesday, the 11 members accepted a draft plan of more than 100 reparations recommendations for the city's eligible Black residents. Those proposals included a whopping one-time payment of $5 million to each adult and a complete clearing of personal debt, including credit cards, taxes, and student
That's what I like right there. That's what I like.
Yeah, the debt part, yeah. Black residents would also be able to collect an annual income of at least $97,000 for 250 years and buy homes within the city limits for $1. Are they trying to cripple San Francisco? How does this work?
I don't know. But
they said that was just one idea of 100.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, I'm sure that one ain't gonna fly.
They said, yeet, get that shit out of here.
Yeah, cool. Earth ain't gonna probably be around that long. So I mean, it probably don't matter about that one.
Water. They know they like that shit from the sinking away.
Right.
They said we did it, and then this shit sink.
Right. That's probably what it is, because they know California is fucking going all to hell between the fires and sinking and earthquakes and all that shit. They're like, California gonna be around much longer no way, so fuck it.
Yeah, they're trying to talk about this on little independent island that's about to go under like the what's it called, Atlantis.
Yeah, we about to have 49 states.
Fast, nigga. we'll just, all thing to do, we'll just grab Canada and say, Canada, you out of state now. Hush. Hush.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I don't like that proposal actually.
Well, Erica said something too, and I said the same thing, Erica. The key word is eligible. What are the criteria for an eligible Black person? It ain't just about you being Black. If you got to be eligible for it. So, like you said, eligible equal 2 niggas. And both of them will be on the Senate. And both of them will be the council people. That's all, nigga.
The people that drew the shit up.
The people who drew the shit up, the only two people gonna get it.
Yeah.
That's how they'll pass that shit.
Nah, I don't like that proposal completely. I like parts of it, but I don't like the one-time payment of $5 million. Okay. I want something that's reasonable. So not only will they actually do it, but that the actual eligibility will be expanded, and maybe it can be something that could be drafted in all the other states. Because I don't want them doing some Deshaun Watson type shit, and then everybody else be pissed
And
off
for
at
the
him, man.
market, then
Yeah,
everybody
fuck.
like, nope, hell
Yeah,
no.
that deal was dumb, and we're not doing that shit. And then everybody's trying to do, the players are trying to get it, can't do it because now the owners are being stubborn and shit. But nah, I mean, I like the debt clearing, like all the debt clearing, because you do that shit for you bail out banks and shit. So and
But
do all
Harold
that
made the
shit.
point too though. They don't bail out the banks. Feds bail out the banks.
Right, I ain't saying California. I'm saying when they do stuff like that, they'll bail out a bank, or or when they bail out the airlines and the banks and
In the
all that
car
other stuff.
industries,
Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. So I mean, I like that part of it. So I like the clearing of all the debts, like the credit cards, the student loans, your fucking Sprint bill from back 20 years ago,
Sprint don't even
fucking
exist anymore,
Singular
but we still
Wireless.
owe them
Yeah,
niggas.
they still trying to get that shit. Fucking
like, we want our money, nigga. You
yeah,
ain't here no more,
fucking
but we here just to get our money
yeah,
from your
fucking
ass.
Bell South and shit. Still trying to get some money from a
Bell
fucking
South.
payphone. But
Y'all understand Bell South? I don't know what Georgia thinking now, but Bell South, that's old as shit, boy.
yeah, but
I ain't been that so long.
yeah, I know, right? But yeah, I like the debt part of it. I definitely like that. I definitely think they should, like, you know what, just wipe that shit clean. Because even if anything else fails, if all that shit clean, then your credit will be good. Then you could do stuff
But see,
and the reason, and it's good for them because have the people are financially illiterate anyway, so they'll just get right back in debt. So that'll be good for them. so
well, I
so
just been say that, but see, clearing your debt is that actually a trap? And the reason I say it because we all, if you've been an adult in part of your life growing up, you
right.
realize not having credit is basically like having bad credit. It's just worse. So
Mhm.
clearing it out and having no credit and your credit score being at, it's gonna be low as shit now. Actually, don't benefit you whatsoever. You
Well,
actually
No, it's
clearing
gonna be.
debt is not the
It'll only be
same.
low for a little while. It'll be high. It'll reach up because you won't have no debts.
okay.
But it'll be low for a little while. But that's just all bullshit anyway. But that's a whole
I
nother
want to
discussion.
respond to Simple Jack, who says, "How about this free college for all Black people?" Well, the idea of reparations is to give Black people a leg up, to get them ahead because of all of the things that the United States and its people have done to keep us back. So you would have to actually think that college is a leg up. And in today's world, yes, there are lots of jobs and careers and businesses that still require you to have a formal college education, but that's not necessarily the A to B route for you to attain wealth for yourself and generations of your family. So no, I don't think free college for all Black people is a form of reparations. It can be included in it for people
Yeah,
who want to go that route, but in the year 2023, a lot of people, not just Black people, but people in general, are not going to go to college to attain the lifestyles that they want to live.
right. Yeah, I'm definitely with it being included, but it
So let me ask
shouldn't
you
be
a
like the
question.
only thing.
Let me ask you a question, P. You said what reparation post? What's it for?
It's a means to give Black people a leg up. It's in an effort, and I'm not describing this intelligently at all, but in an effort to make amends for the atrocities committed against Black people that have kept us so far behind where we actually could be had these things not been perpetuated.
So I agree with part. I think it's part of that.
Uh-huh.
I think reparations is. I think half of it is what you said,
Uh-huh.
and the other half is paying the old debt. You owe Black people the debt of this nation. You get what I'm saying? Because okay, for all the hundreds of years of free labor, building this nation to, if you actually look back at the history of it and during slavery, the main thing that was making money in this nation was slavery. Slavery is almost like It's like you go and you have somebody do all your work and you don't have to pay them nothing, but you make all the money off of it. And that went on for hundreds of years. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So it's paying back that debt plus everything else what you say on top of it.
But we didn't do that labor.
No. We didn't do it, but that's why it comes to the part, like I said, what you said as well, because that money that was accumulated on the backs of our ancestors that they was unlawfully not, given proper compensation for, they could have used that same bread to do things that could have embittered us down the road. You get what I'm saying? Like kind of what you're saying. So that's why I say they go. Basically, it's first half, then the second half. Basically, what I'm saying.
He says, "Do all white people owe you something?"
Yes.
I think the better
white
way
people don't owe us
word
nothing.
that is the government as a whole owes black people something. The government as a whole owes minorities something in general, because if you think about it now, I don't think slavery ever ended. Slavery has just transitioned year after year after year.
It got a PR team.
It looks different ways.
Yes, it got a PR team, man.
Itself in different ways. So there's a lot of atoning that the government needs to do. So that's not saying specifically white people, but I mean, historically, if you look at who's run our country and who has been in the government, it has predominantly been white men. The face of government changes ever so slightly each year, but it's still predominantly old white men. But yes, the government of the United States has a lot of atoning to do, and they most certainly do owe black people.
They do got some toning to do, and they, like I said, do owe us, but white people owe us as well, because it's a lot of wealth. Not only people just understand that just in general. This nation's wealth was built off of free labor, period. There's nowhere in this world where you can go to, I can't speak, let me phrase that. There's nowhere you can go in the United States today where you can get somebody to do work for you and not pay them. Well, Irish slave ancestors get a check. If they negotiate, this is back to what you negotiate at the table. Now, I would say this, though. A lot of people have already gotten checks. Black people just seem to be like, we're the biggest, and we just keep getting shit to the side and saying, oh, what y'all talking about? But once again, if the Irish community get their stuff together, like black people trying to get their stuff together and go negotiate and get what they can get, then they get what they deserve.
And to elaborate on that, yes, the United States government, again, has done wrong by many groups of people. I would say outside of white people. And even then, if you look at what the government does to truly poor, impoverished white people, they don't do right by them either. But if we're going to talk about it, the United States government has done wrong by lots of minority groups, which is why I say that they owe them. But in terms of Irish people being enslaved, now I can't speak to the Irish plight because I'm not Irish and I don't know nothing about it. But with the plight of black people being enslaved, but even coming up out of that, the steps that black people have taken to create and build for themselves and create legacy and wealth, all of that has been crushed by white people, by the government. It's happened time and time and time again. So I think that is the bigger point here, is while we all may have started at slavery, so can you say Irish people and black people started at slavery? Sure. But what has happened since then? What has happened for generations that keeps black people constantly in the back? Do you understand what I'm saying, Simple Jack?
So,
Simple Jack from Tropic Thunder?
He said with respect, that's not true. He said after the Civil War, all the money was gone. We burnt all our own stuff down. The North burnt the South. That should have been your land. Your ancestors worked it. So that's what you're saying isn't accurate. So you can, I know they're trying to erase the history books. I know that, they burn.
No, he's talking about Northern Ireland and Ireland. He's not talking about America. It's a Northern Ireland, and it's an Ireland part of the UK. That's what he's talking about. He's not talking about America when he's talking about when no money going and all the other stuff.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if y'all was gonna pick up on that or not.
I thought you talking about
No.
North and South here.
Are you sure? Because I feel like he's talking about North
I
and
thought you
South
talking about
here.
here though. Look, hold on. He said the South made their own money during the war. That went to zero instantly.
Because there, so again, I can't speak to everybody.
No, but he said we burnt our own stuff down. That's what he said.
Yeah. So I think he's talking about here in the United States. And like I said, I can't speak to everybody's plight, but I think there was a point in history where there were, I don't know exactly what the Irish did. I think it was like the railroads or something. I think there were also Asians who were here. I don't necessarily know if it was enslavement or if it was more servitude or whatever, but I think they've helped build the railroads and stuff. So again, the United States has history of fucking over lots of groups of people, but I just feel like black people continue to get fucked over. And this doesn't have to be a battle of who's been beat down more by the government, but if we're gonna compare struggles, the black struggle beat out everybody.
He says it's the exact same. Slavery has done the same thing to everyone.
Why don't you ask him exactly what he's talking about?
Okay, there you go. So, Simple Jack, what exactly are you speaking about? If you would like to, please elaborate in the comment section so we can actually try to.
Do black people have more precedence in the slavery reparations? Yeah. In my personal opinion, I think that's an opinion-based question, but some people back it up with facts. But in my personal opinion, yes.
But
again, like I said, and I want to say this as respectfully as possible, I cannot speak to the Irish plight because I don't know it. So I don't know how much you know about the black plight in America and how much you can speak to that, but I can't speak to the Irish plight.
What you can speak on is the number of slaves that came to this country. You can speak on the number of.
I would say we had a conversation about this not long ago when we were talking about slavery versus the Holocaust.
Yeah,
and just the sheer amount of people,
the time frame,
like just physical bodies, that were brought here and that were enslaved. Talking about black people versus the number of people that were killed in the Holocaust. Both atrocities. Not saying one was worse than the other, but if you're doing simple math.
But at the same time,
one has a much farther reach than the other.
And on top of that, the Jewish community got reparations.
Gotcha. I don't know about Jewish people reparations.
They did.
So I can't speak to. They got reparations from who?
From the Hitler people. Who people? Is it Europeans? Is it who is it? It's whoever them people were.
Hitler was German.
German, okay, from Germans.
Gotcha.
But I would say though, if you were talking about the North and South, and you were talking about burning lands and the money being gone instantly, that's not. Like I said, if you're speaking on USA, that's not true. Once slavery was quote unquote, and I use the air quotes because the information took a long time to get down to our ancestors, and it wasn't a true thing when it initially happened. But when slavery was abolished. And everything, all the dust was settled on everything, all the dust was clear and everything. People who own slaves, and I don't know if you knew this or not, they got paid. Not only they get paid, they got land. So that land you're talking about that got burnt down, those people got their own form of. If you look at the history book, they call it reparations. They got reparations for them not being able to own slaves anymore. And got paid per slave head that they had prior to the war happening, and they got land allocated to them for that. That 40 acres and a mule that we was promised, they basically got that shit. Where we didn't get anything. And in the midst of all that, through all those atrocities and through all that hardship and everything, while, like you saying, speaking of the communities and everything, when other communities were allowed to build up themselves and they own independent communities, like when you go to major cities and when you have a Chinatown, you have a little Italy, you have these little pockets of community and they're able to thrive and they're able to, be in their own little world, their own little bubble. We tried that. They just came and fucked our shit up every time we tried it. For whatever reason, for the people who, claimed didn't like us whatsoever, treated us as less than people. Every time we tried to do our own thing, they got upset about it and came and destroyed it every single time. So it's a lot. I said it's a lot of different steps to this thing other than slavery, but slavery definitely was the beginning of it.
So he has a book recommendation, and he said it's why the Black community doesn't own things to this very day. But that's the problem. And then I'm gonna walk away, Simple Jack, because it's not my show. And a lot of things can get lost in translation when it's coming across as text message. Because I feel like you was a redneck, just over there having a good time, spitting chewing tobacco, just really saying a lot of stuff that ain't sitting right in my spirit. But Black people have owned things. This is what D'Angelo was just talking about. This is D'Angelo, by the way. Say hello, D'Angelo.
I just said
this is what he was just talking about. If you research and read about Black Wall Street, which was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black people built their own communities. Black people, they were self-sufficient, independent, completely stand on their own communities. And white people came in and bombed it, and they destroyed it, and they killed those people. And guess what? Those people still haven't been compensated for it. Nope. I think I saw something recently where there's only 2 survivors still living that were alive during the Tulsa massacres. And they were, of course, children when this happened. But there are 2 people that are still living, and they have yet to receive any type of compensation for that, even though their parents grinded and built and got it out the mud for them. And these Black people were self-sufficient.
But it
wasn't okay.
We're talking about Black banks, Black hospitals, Black schools, Black stores. It was our utopia. It was
even now, if we want to bring it to now, these banks that are being bailed out, just 2 of them last week or week before last, whenever that was. Do you know how many Black-owned banks have closed in like the last 10 to 15 years? Because they still exist, in case you didn't know that. We have many of them here in the metro Atlanta area, but many of them are closing. Can they get a bailout from the government? Fuck no. And if they can, they have to jump through fucking hoops in order to get any kind of resources. That is what we are talking about. So again, like I said, we're not saying anybody's struggle is worse than the other. We don't have to compare. It was all fucked up. We are all human beings and should have been treated like such since the inception of time. But unfortunately, that was not the case. But you can't sit here and say from your own Irish experience,
I don't know if you're Irish,
that whatever, I don't care what he is, but from your own experience, that it's an even playing field, because it absolutely is not.
But he also said,
I don't care what he said.
I'm just asking a question. He said that the corner stores in Harlem, all owned by, he spelled Arabs wrong first time. Arabs. First of all, I think it's a derogatory term, so we're gonna rephrase that. We're gonna say Arab sisters and brothers.
I don't think Arabs is.
I don't know. I'm not Arab, so I can't speak on that. But I will say this right here. The same thing I said before, and I'm continuing to say this. If you look at, if you just
even immigrants that come here now, there are so many resources available to them to build these businesses in Black neighborhoods. And yes, they come here and they build liquor stores and shit that are not benefiting our community in any way, but the government is giving them money to start these businesses. But Black people that live here, that have lived here, and their ancestors helped build this country, they can't get money to go do the shit that they need to do. They can't get the funds to build the businesses that would actually benefit their community.
That's why it becomes such a big deal when you have a Black business. That's why on this platform, we consistently promote Black businesses, because.
But that is the problem, Simple Jack. And I'm telling you, I'm about to go because I ain't talking no more. He said, you think the government is going to give you reparations? They will just take it from all of us. That is the problem. I don't know why white people in general feel like for Black people to have something, it has to come out of their pocket. It absolutely does not. Black people getting better doesn't make you any worse. Black people building wealth does not take the wealth from you. You gonna pay them same raggedy, funky ass taxes that we all paying, regardless of what they're doing with the money. You don't know where half of that shit is going now anyway. When they were talking about these stimulus bills and stuff, there were billions of dollars allocated to county fucking fish.
It was. We did the research on it. We talked about it on here.
Like, we don't know where this money is going anyway.
Nigga, just
so
count
if it
fish
can be allocated to making up for the wrongs that this country has perpetuated against Black people, and like I said, they owe lots of people money. We can't speak for them people. We can only speak for us. It takes nothing away from you. It takes nothing away from white people.
On top of that, though, we give Ukraine money, like I said, every other day, hand over fist. Like the bailout stuff, all they come from government funds. Who you think paying that money? The same, like you said, the same funky taxes that we all paying, it's all going to all these things. It's just the nature of the beast. It's just how this country is ran. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying that's how this country is ran. When this country when they want some money, or better yet, when they want to use money for their own doing, they find it. It's always there when they want to, do something other than do the right thing, in my humble opinion. Because I don't know how many times we've been told where the money gonna come from, and then you turn around and look on CNN and you say, "Oh, we just gave Ukraine $5 more billion." You just be like, and then
I'm talking no more. What else were y'all talking about today?
But
hey, I want to disagree with one thing Pietra said.
Run it, Dwayne.
Don't talk me, Dwayne.
Run it, D.
No, she said when she said about Black Americans getting better and building wealth isn't going to take anything out of Caucasian people pockets or whatever. That what you said, Pietra?
Mm-hmm. That's what I said, Dwayne.
I wanna disagree with that. Is because if we've built wealth and if we got things going on with us, then that means we're not working their jobs. So it does take something out of their. So it does take something out of their pockets. That's why they don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You're right, but you just said though, it's basically like the COVID situation when, like the midst of COVID, when everybody when they want to come to work and people like complaining, "Goddamn Chick-fil-A, you taking forever with my little shit. Y'all to my child short staff." It's gonna be that times 100 because niggas ain't finna clock in nowhere.
But
right.
But the reality of it is, so I agree with you, Dwayne. But the reality of it is that
they'll be
everything ain't gonna be for everybody. Everybody's not gonna be business owners.
That's true.
That's true.
All white people are not wealthy. All Black people won't be wealthy. There's always going to be bosses. There's always going to be employees. There's always going to be owners. It's just the nature of the beast is how the world works. So there's always going to be employees out here. Now, the face of your employees might change and it might shift and look differently. Maybe you'll start paying some of these Mexican people above board and paying them a living wage instead of paying them under the table and shit. So your workforce might change. The demographics might be different, but there's always going to be employees out here.
That is a fact.
That is true, but it won't be as many.
I got you.
I'm a black face. If I'm well to do, I'm not going to be at work. That's what I'm saying. They just lost another employee.
But let's also say this right here though, and let's be honest about it. I think that's why they also probably gearing up all this AI shit. I think a lot of these jobs are going to automated systems for this reason, because so if somebody this was to happen, they know it's going to probably be, like I said, I think COVID taught them all a lesson, and they don't like the lesson. The lesson is your shit gonna be shorted, and crazy. During COVID, the lesson was you're not paying them a livable wage. That was the lesson. And what did they come back with? What y'all want me to do? So what?
Can I respond to Simple Jack one more time? He said first of all, he appreciates my passion. You're welcome. He said the setbacks of slavery are very real. Just a check will not take history away. It absolutely won't. Money will not correct the wrongs that have happened. It is just a step in the right direction.
But It's a good band-aid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The money,
I forgive you. You give me a check, I forgive you.
even with the
Shit.
money, I think there should be education that comes along with it too. Teach money management, because guess what? Even as we talk about the disparities in the Black community, you can look at white schools and you can look at Black schools. Not saying all of them, but there are a lot of white schools. I'll speak here in the metro Atlanta area because I've experienced very affluent schools that are 99% white and 1% other. Mm-hmm. And I've experienced schools in the Black community that are impoverished.
They're just trying to make it.
And what they're teaching are very different things.
Night and day.
So having financial literacy available, if you're going to give people money, teaching them what to do with that money, how to not just blow it. Because if Black people gonna do anything, we're gonna have a good time. You can have a good time. It's not a problem. But teach them how to make their money work for them. So I agree with you. Just the check is not gonna fix anything. And I think there should be more that comes along with that.
But let me say this though, because I think it's tricky though, and the reason I'm gonna say it's tricky is because it's like anything in life. You get set up for the okie doke, and the okie doke can be you get the bread. Now all of a sudden they're telling you, "Oh, go to this program." You have to now and trust that these programs aren't trying to screw you over. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Because let's be honest about it. If you know anything about money management or anything about investing, all investments don't work out for your betterment. True. Some of them is good, some of them fail. Mm-hmm. But the first time you get a lump sum money, right? Mm-hmm. And somebody tell you, "Oh, you need to invest into this, and you need to invest into that," and you go do it, and this stuff falls, and it doesn't be successful. Mm-hmm. First thing you're gonna say is, "Look at this shit they doing to us, y'all," and then everybody gonna say, "No, don't do that." Fuck that. So I think as independent people, it's up to everybody to do their own thing. I don't want to police your funds, because if you made it, I can't police it.
Gotcha. So he says the oppression of the future will oppress all of us equally. Waiting for the check to come to fix the wrongs of the past will leave you behind in the long-term game. Stop trusting the government. So nobody's waiting on anything.
Yeah, we ain't waiting for shit.
Nobody has the luxury of sitting around just waiting for the government to do anything.
Yeah, as a people,
the United States government gonna show you anything. It's gonna show you their
don't give a fuck.
And that's gonna be it. So nobody's waiting.
They gonna show you what ass to kiss.
Right. Nobody's waiting.
Yeah, no. We're definitely not sitting here holding our hand like, "Hey, man, when it's gonna come?"
Right. The conversation's happening, so we're participating in the conversation. Yeah. But nobody's waiting on it.
No, we can't. Like I said, as a people, we haven't been afforded that luxury to sit back and just wait for it. Because we know for a fact this country ain't gonna do shit but do it wrong. That's how they get down.
Hey, I disagree with everything they said. You give me a check. Yeah, my ancestors cool.
My ancestors cool.
They don't need it. I do.
Hey,
yeah,
man.
I forgive you for everything you did, and you ain't doing nothing wrong in my eyes. If you give me a check.
Now, I'm not unlike Dwayne. I won't I ain't gonna forgive you for shit.
Nah.
Like I said,
I'll be a house nigga. I'm cool.
Oh shit. My gosh, stop it, please.
I'll be Dwayne. I'll just be in the
house.
I'll
be that boss. Nah, I'll be that boss. Whatever you need.
Exactly. Yeah. Every human on earth would take a check. Hell yeah. But like I said, this was a good spirited conversation. Mm-hmm. Fiat with her souls for self.
Simple Jack, where are you from, and where do you hail from? Because that would maybe give some clarity to maybe how you perceive things.
Also, how he identifies. Are you a white male? Because that's what I saw, an older white male.
What you saw that?
No, that was my assumption based on how he was talking.
Oh, that your mind.
Yeah, that was the picture I painted.
That was your profile, huh?
So if you don't mind sharing, Simple Jack, how you identify and where you're located.
Now you're located.
Like, yeah, not specific.
No. Like what you identify as.
Be careful with how you identify, because you might get a check if you identify right.
Say America. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I did assume you were old. You might not be.
Okay, you're American, cool for that. But what's your ethnicity?
ethnicity.
Now
And
remember, if you try and get a check, you better be black.
no, that's a lie. If you try to get checked, don't be black because they give everybody else ass a check, but our black ass.
I'm talking about you trying to get that San Francisco reparations.
Oh, they ain't going. He ain't on the council. I'm trying to tell you, there's gonna be the two brothers on the sisters on the council. That's gonna be the only ones that's gonna be eligible to get no damn money.
How dare you say it in Greta Thunberg voice? Oh, okay, my bad.
Well, first of all,
shit, we old too, and
who the
we
fuck
ain't
is
even that old.
you? I don't know who the fuck is Greta Thunberg. Who the fuck is
Who?
that?
We're all old here.
Who is Greta Thunberg? That's how I know you white. I ain't never in my life heard about name Greta. Greta, Nick Greta. Come on, bro.
He just making up words.
You say when you say he was at, watch this Greta Thunberg voice. They gonna be like, who the fuck is that? Exactly, who the fuck is that?
Sound like one of the extras in the Wizard of Oz or something.
Greta Thunberg.
Yeah.
Easy on my homeboy, Simple Jack. Is that Amari, bro? That can't be, because that man actually held. I won't even say intelligent conversation because I ain't like the shit he was talking about. But
That don't make it not intelligent.
I can't believe I'm sitting here arguing with this guy.
I said, if you sat here and argue with Amari, that nigga get a trophy, bro. That nigga trolled you to sleep. That nigga trolled you to sleep, bro.
He done recruited his friends to come troll us now. That's next level, man. That's next level. I salute him. Salute.
And look, that nigga so happy about it. He can do that but test. He like,
you get to keep your back card. That's definitely Amari. God damn it.
that nigga spelled black wrong. That nigga said back card.
He meant to say black. He just misspelled the word. But to his credit, he initiated a debate. So
He did.
I mean, I can't,
If that's him.
Salute.
I don't think it might be him.
Or whomever it may be.
Yeah.
Whomever it may be. They initiated the debate. That's cool.
One thing I will say, he said he's 39 white, New York City.
Who said that?
That's what he just texted Simple Jack.
This is Greta Thunberg. It's Thunberg, not Thornberg. She's
So-
a Swedish activist.
So once again, that's to know that shit. I don't think Martin know that top of your head.
Yeah, that ain't Amari.
Yeah, I don't think that's on top of his head. One,
Yeah.
two, he said something about the bodegas in Harlem,
He did.
and now he said he's from New York.
Yeah.
And three, you still ain't never answered the question. Are you Irish? Are you Palestinian? Like, what is you?
You just pulled Palestinian out your ass, right?
Because the
You said the
bodega.
honest conversation, right?
I don't know about honest, but it was a conversation.
So what we're trying to figure out, Simple Jack, we have a troll that comes on here every week, and he often pretends to be different people.
Yes,
so
he
we're
does.
trying to determine if you are him or if you are an actual other person that we're conversing with.
This nigga hit rocks off by coming on here talking shit. And he ain't know what. I don't think it's him because Mari, he was on switch characters about 4 times.
Right.
And he can't wait to say something about Mr. Dwayne.
That's right. My hairline or
Stop being
whatever.
a black man.
Hey, well, Simple Jack, we appreciate you coming on.
Black.
So he's white. Go ahead, Dwayne. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna tell Simple Jack, whomever he or he may be,
Nigga Superman.
thank you for participating.
Yeah.
Come back next week also.
Okay.
Tell your friends to come back.
He's our sub. Now I want to see him.
So,
Yeah, tell your friends, come on and have a spiritual debate. P like having spiritual debates.
I don't.
hey, we also do something on Sunday called Wine and Design. You should look it up. And
This nigga stupid, bro.
definitely you and anyone that you feel that might might benefit from it should definitely subscribe to that.
No.
and you know, participate in that, because that's better than this
10 times
podcast that
better.
you're on now. Yeah, it's a lot better than this one. This
10
one
times better.
sucks.
People show up today.
Ain't gonna get you
Yeah,
blocked.
people actually show up to that and participate. This one sucks.
Nobody
So
comes.
the one on Sunday, that's the one you want to be on. You know what I'm saying?
That's
After you come from Pentecostal or your church or you know whatever, you know what I'm saying? Definitely look at it. It's at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Definitely come to that one.
On the
But
same
this one,
YouTube channel,
yeah,
same
this one,
YouTube place.
yeah, this one, yeah, it's called Wine and Design, like wine, like this
And
wine
design.
and design.
Yeah.
They do planner type things. You know what I'm saying? And it is
Making converse.
informative.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's informative. Is
Some
great.
strong black sisters on now. I'm just letting you
It,
know right now. You felt the
I don't know
power
about
of
all
black.
that, but
He said, no.
yeah, you should. Yeah, it definitely promotes black businesses. It is a black business in itself.
Yes.
So definitely support it. If you're not playing, definitely support it however you can financially. You know what I'm saying? Tweet about it, whatever. But definitely support any black business, not just that one, but any.
Matter of fact, the black
Because
business
it
tonight.
helps.
The black business we're gonna share tonight is one of the avid listeners of Wine Design. But before we get into all that, so I just want to talk to y'all real quick about next week. We about to get up out of here. We're trying to keep things short, keep them in the hour range. You know what I mean? So
What?
what he said, white people are not just going to hand it over. You would need to fight. We've been fighting our life.
All our life sweet has to fight.
Facts.
Get my chariot out of here.
So Dwayne,
Shout out to Oprah.
Your thoughts on this too. So next week I want to play a game, right? It's like a card game. Music.
Is it the reparations game?
No. I wish you was. It's a music card game, and it's like guess the artist, right, or guess the song or some shit like that, right?
No, it's the song.
Oh, song. Okay, so
it's
guess
called
the song.
Lyrically Correct.
Lyrically Correct. That's the name of it.
So here's an example.
And it's black on.
What did Destiny's Child ask you to pay?
Their bills.
Yes. Wu-Tang said cash rules what?
Everything around them.
Yes. So those are just examples of the cards.
Yes.
I win. There's no need to play.
So we're gonna do that next week. So now, what we on? We are on what's she called? The duck with the M song? StreamYard. We're on StreamYard. So now if whoever wants to come on this week, and if you want to participate, you actually come on the show. And you can participate live on the show. Also, StreamYard now allows us to give our audience who comes on the ability to also go live on their platform simultaneously while we're live on our platform.
No, I didn't know that.
It's probably one came on earlier.
Okay.
So if that's something you want to look into, we can definitely get it together. Let me know ahead of time so we can try to work it out, before the show starts so we can get the kinks and bugs worked out. We can do this thing, flawlessly. So yes, we're gonna play the game next week. We're gonna have some fun next week. There's a lot of shit going on in the world, a lot of stuff. We're gonna try to uplift and try to get some vibes going, some good vibes, some good wholesome vibes going this week, and have a good time. We're basically gonna have a game night on this fucking computer, y'all.
Yeah. So come camera ready so that you can come on and participate.
Yeah, and I also now let me backtrack what you just said. You ain't gotta be on camera. You can come on without being on the camera. So if you just want to, lend us your voice and just answer the questions and participate, we can do that. Also, I think we have to get some kind of type of system though, because you want people just burning out stuff all at one time.
You do though. You want to burn out the answer, but we could do like a team type thing. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll tweak it.
We'll see what's up. But yes, so I just want to say that right there. What he said? He said, add good thumbnails, description tags to your vids. we'll do. I think we got some on now, but we'll do. We're gonna share the black business right quick, y'all. Hold on
Thank you
one
for that,
second.
Simple J.
Yeah, appreciate it. Hashtag Budweiser. Cheers. Bet.
And the card game could actually
Thank
be
you,
the
thank
business
you.
next week since
It-
we'll be playing it.
It will be. Yeah, that's my plan.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was just playing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go, y'all. So the black business for this week is Waving Cat Design. This is an IG page, right? So this is Miss Claudine. As you can see, she has an Etsy shop where she sells her products. She sells stickers. She sells. Let me just go to the thing and show y'all.
And Claudine is a regular online design, so
Yes.
she's part of the family.
Claudine is family. Here we go. Click on her link. Go to her Etsy store. Booyah. So here we go, y'all. All right. So like I said, you got the sticker sheets. Of course, she has some beautiful bags up here. I love this bag. Huh? I lost my sense. My bad. You got your acrylic. You got some acrylic keychains up here. Like I said, you got your postcards. Oh, you got a lot of beautiful things up here. Like I said, she got a lot of stuff on her Etsy shop. Come check it out. As you can see, the prices. It's not, she's not here upside the head, but it's great quality product. Look at it. It's shop good when you got multiple pages. They just see what page two looking like. Booyah. Here you got your black Santa Claus, got your black daughter for Santa Claus. You gotta love it, man. It's a button. I think this is a button. I just want to see real quick. Yep, pin button. Okay. Oh, hold on, y'all. So yes, check Miss Claudine, not Miss Waving Cats. Yeah, love the bag, love the bags. The bags do real well, y'all, real well. She got the who is this? Not Nicki Minaj. Who's Cardi B and Meg Stallion? That WAP song. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And she got some die cuts down here at the bottom. So check it out. And when you go to a shop, please give a feedback on the shop. As you see up here, she has 5 stars. Let me let y'all know something. Etsy is, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's impossible to get 5 stars, but they make you work for it. Customers are very, 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 very funny about their stuff, especially on here from the Planet community. So you got 5 stars. You know that person not only doing their damn thing, but they also have a great product. Definitely check her out. Once again, this is Waving Cats on Etsy.
Waving Cat Design.
I'm sorry, Waving Cat Designs on Etsy. And booyah, Waving Cat Designs on IG. So she make it easy. Name on both pages. So there you go. Give her a follow. Keep it moving. Matter of fact, we're gonna follow right here.
Boom. Hey, she also on Facebook and TikTok. So
there you go.
Most definitely.
And everybody know, if you're up, how you say that shit? Use a I lost the word, bro. If you are up to date, there you go. Update kid, you probably got TikTok. So there you go. Get it. But follow her on there before they ban it. Okay, that's coming. Here we go. Mm-hmm. All right. We out here, y'all. Peace. We love y'all. See y'all next week.
Dwayne, if you want to say nothing.
Oh, I'll forget to it. I'll forget to it. Do you got something for the people?
Yeah. I was gonna make this quick, but it ain't gonna be quick because that ain't my style. But hey, I know this is a little against the norm of what we do. Mm-hmm. And we shout out black businesses every week, and that's dope. And we're gonna continue to do that, and we should do that, and it's our duty to do that. But I want to shout out a Caucasian person right quick.
Yes, please do it.
First of all, shut up.
We don't that was your ancestors.
That's right, they are. All right.
Y'all heard it. He don't get no money. Y'all heard it.
Right. All right. You can't see this letter right here. But it's a letter a debt being removed, right? It's this company. It's a non-for-profit company. It's called RIP Medical Debt, and what they do is they go around uh basically taking care of people's debts. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
wow.
They don't have no. I don't think it's no gender or race that they're looking at. They're just taking care of people's debts. Now, the reason I'm saying this isn't my letter. This is a letter for a friend of mine that had a debt in the hospital in Hillendale. People on here won't know where that is, but we know where Hillendale Hospital is.
Facts.
And what happened was they took care of a debt that she had in 2014, 2015, something like that. Now, the reason they was able to take care of that debt because they get donations and stuff. Well, they got a donation from Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. A very sizable donation. It was like $1 billion or something like that.
Oh wow.
Right. But the thing was, she's not like other philanthropists or like most of them. She's been giving money away, like some of the money that she won in her divorce. But she had stuff going on too besides that.
Yeah.
She got some money from him. But she had been doing her philanthropy work, but she was just giving the money away. She was staying anonymous. She was just doing it. So she was giving money away to projects and all this other stuff, and they were demanding that she reveal herself. Her organization, like her whole organization revealed herself. You know what I'm saying? Like she was giving the money away, but she wasn't saying like her name is Mackenzie Scott.
Yeah,
but she wouldn't say like Mackenzie Scott is giving you $500,000. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know how most people are like, they'll be on IG and they're taking pictures of where they're at, and like, this is me at the food drive, yada yada yada.
No,
she was doing, and she was helping, but she like, I don't want that. Here, take the money. I'm going by my business and go help somebody else.
Facts.
And I just wanted to shout her out for that. But she was having pressure to reveal who she was and to make it public what she was doing. So she eventually caved in, and now she, that's how I ended up finding out it was her. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do it directly, but she gave the money to these people that took care of that debt.
Yeah, like you said, basically without her, they
without her, yeah, they probably wouldn't. They were still going to do their thing because they still get donations from everywhere else, but they wouldn't have been able to take care of as many people, with a $1 billion endowment. You know what I'm saying? Or $500 million. Well, I forgot how much she gave, but she. So yeah, and I just thought that was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? And the letter came to my house for some reason. I don't know why it came to my house. It didn't go to her, but
she lived there. I mean, it's cool.
No, she didn't fucking live here. But
like you said, but you don't live at your house. This nigga trying to have a whole girls.
But yeah, I just thought that was so dope, and I just thought, you know what I'm saying, just she needed some flowers for that. You know what I'm saying? Thanks. So shout out to Mackenzie Scott. You know what I'm saying? Continue. I know she don't never see this, but continue to. But hey, well, whatever. Just continue. I just hope that she continues to give from her heart like she had been doing. You know what I'm saying? Because she was blessed with money, and she's like, "Yo,
let me help.
I got money. Let me help somebody." And she helped a lot of people. I'm sure she's helping a lot of people with her endowments for people. So and they're starting to expand it now that they've been pressured to be, publicize what they've been doing. So shout out to Mackenzie Scott, Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. So.
Well, thank you for
that's it.
Our attention and highlighting that.
Facts.
Yeah, it's like I literally have a letter right here, and it's crazy. So
I hope you ain't showing Social Security number. We hot. I'm trying to tell you in the street, but I got you though.
No, it ain't got no like pertinent information like that. Just telling like the total. It just shows the number of accounts, how much was the amount, $1,175. They said the balance is $0 now.
So let me ask you a question though, and you might know his answer, might not. So for somebody to I guess looking for that type of help, is it something they have to do per se, or do they just go around looking for open accounts?
what that particular organization is just paying off random people's
Okay.
stuff. They weren't like,
It's
okay,
like that
give
Walmart
me
shit. You go to Walmart, you just somebody say, "I need to pay for your stuff."
right.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. Now Mackenzie Scott, now her organization, now that like I said, now that she's a little bit more public, they're starting to look into to doing, requests and stuff like that now. But initially, like that one was, she just gave some money to this organization. This organization goes around paying off random people's medical debts. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Outstanding medical debts. And my friends just happened to be one of them. You know what I'm saying? Just out of the blue.
No,
So my friends, that's hers.
Gotcha.
So
gotcha.
Okay.
right.
They live at your
And
house. I got you.
I just thought it needed some attention. So
No, you're right. It definitely do. It definitely needs some
definitely.
attention. Just
And that's
like
my piece.
Drake was hiding his. Anyway, don't worry about it.
Right.
Light skinned people hide people all the time.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I didn't birth anybody. Yeah.
Well, you might not birth them, but you so house them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a captain, so I don't do anything like that. So, I was in the service, but I wasn't never a captain.
Dwayne, somebody behind you.
Is it a ghost? Is my ancestors asking for reparations money?
It's a girl's for her damn paper. Get my damn paper. What the hell is you doing? Oh my gosh, bro. Y'all don't understand how this shit is making me laugh so much on the inside.
Yeah.
Pete, you got something for the people before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow for Wine Design 6 p.m.
Make sure you show up, everybody.
Jack to the whole block, nigga. Pull up on him, man.
And if you can see this GoFundMe that's under my
Yes.
my gorgeous, beautiful face, please. It's not for me. It's not for me because I'm rich according to D'Angelo. So I don't need anything. Yeah. So yeah, if you can, look at it, take a look at it, financially support it. If you can, retweet it, send it on your IG, whatever you can do to support that. It's for a dear friend of ours. Yeah.
That's it. We're gonna get up out of here. Peace, y'all. Oh shit, hold on. We just got a whole subject. My last thought is rich white guys, poor white guys who are just middle class. I had nothing to do with slavery. I don't think people should own other people. This seems like a good plan.
Thanks, Zach.
There ain't no more middle class. You poor, you rich, man.
Fast.
Ain't no more rich class, middle class.
That's a big old fast. And paychecks are aligned to everybody. A job tell you that they pay you $50,000 a year, you're really making 25. Just to let you know that. Taxes and fees and insurance and shit, you ain't making 50. I don't like keep telling people that. Tell me the actual what is it, gross? Or is it net? Which one is it?
I think
it's gross, right?
I think net is what you bring home.
Okay, tell me the net. I'm telling you the gross.
Right.
Yeah. Anyhow, all right, y'all. We out.
Bye, y'all.
Deuces.